Apparently, if you hear red, you are depressed, and if you hear blue, you have ADHD. In a few seconds, I will play a sound. Comment which one you hear. Penis. Apparently, if you
The Fresno Focus Radio Hour. This is the No Focus Radio Hour. Comedy and insight from the greatest minds in Fresno. A Lightomine Media production. That's right. This is the No Focus Radio Hour, the #1 independent podcast in the Central Valley. Thank you for listening, and thank you for telling a friend. The No Focus Radio Hour is available anywhere podcasts can be found, including YouTube, Rumble, your home smart speakers. Please subscribe and leave a review. That really does help others discover our show. While you're reviewing, keep in mind that 5 stars is the correct number of stars. If you enjoy our show, please share it with your friends. But if you hate it, share it with your enemies. Check out our site, nofocusradio.com. There you can get exclusive content. You can join our Discord server. You can check out our other podcasts like Pardon the Intermission. A lot of good stuff. Find the rest of the shows as well at lightominemedia.com.
I can't be with you, you know it's true. And I know just what I got to do.
What do you gotta do?
Gonna hit the ground running, running, and turn on my favorite podcast.
What's your favorite podcast?
Gonna hit the ground running.
Is it Pardon the Intermission?
It's ready. It's
No,
ready.
my favorite podcast is the No Focus Radio Show.
Goodness me. That's right. This is the No Focus Radio Hour, the #1 independent podcast in the Central Valley. It's made for those who live in the Central Valley, for those who miss the Central Valley, those who long to live in the Central Valley, and for those who
Get excited about yard sale season in the Central Valley.
Ooh, as always, we have our beautiful cast of characters with us. We are missing, man, Don's poll is just...
Oh, wow.
It's slagging. It's lagging. It's a blimp.
It's bad, man. He told me that it's
Where is
just,
he?
he's told me that he's had a hard time,
hot
getting up
town
to
tonight.
par, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, his polls
Yeah.
has been a lot of,
It's not good.
He's working
folks.
hard on his poll, though. Just
Yeah,
don't
he's
want him
waiting.
to
As
pull
soon
it
as
again.
as soon as he comes back with a nice, good poll, we'll make sure that we poll everybody.
Yeah,
We haven't had a
we'll
poll
let
in a
everybody
while.
know. We'll keep them. Hey, they can also check out our social media. Maybe we can keep track of what Dawn is doing.
That's true.
What are our social media sites there?
Our handles, thank you. You know what? The best way to get our social media sites, the quickest way is to go to nofocusradio.com. And at nofocusradio.com, right across the top, there's a little email link. There's a Facebook link. There's an Instagram link. There's a Twitter link. There's even a WhatsApp link. You can shoot me a WhatsApp message, so go for it.
Yeah.
But, on Facebook, we're No Focus Radio.
What about our Discord server?
Oh, yeah, and check out on that site. You go down to the bottom, nofocusradio.com, and you'll see join our Discord server.
Ooh.
There you can get access to our live show
Guys,
audio.
we're having a good time on the Discord server.
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
enjoying that.
Stu is on that thing all the time. I
That's
don't
good.
even think you take bathroom breaks. You're always
I
you're
mostly
constantly
do
out.
it from the bathroom.
Do you?
Yeah,
And you know what's
post to it
cool
from the
about that
bathroom.
Discord server is every time a new podcast is released, it shoots you a podcast. Also, we're setting up a new integration so you guys can see all of the Doorman's memes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's set that up. We'll do
Yeah.
an instant post. When he posts a meme on Twitter,
Memers.
it'll send it to the Discord server. We can chat about it. You'll be able to see
right.
it. A lot of really cool stuff going on in there. So check out our Discord server. But the other really cool thing, and I would ask you, I know I'm just getting into this, but I'm going to do it anyways. The second link up there says buy us a coffee. And if you join the No Focus Club, there's a couple different memberships. You can do a bronze membership. It's only $2 a month. It's $2 a month.
$2 a month.
And for $2, you get all of our shows, and you get access to our exclusive Discord server, a shout out on the show, a lot of cool
That's
stuff.
$2 a month. That's half a gallon of gas.
Nothing. It's nothing. You can also do silver level. You get some of our vinyl decals. You get an advertisement on the show. You get access to our backlog. This is the coolest part. Our original episodes.
Oh my gosh! No, you didn't put those up, did you?
If you become a silver member, you get our old episodes, all dating back to 2012.
No, you told me you destroyed those. You said
they're there.
those things
They're-
were burned.
I'll tell you what, they're destroyed
Destroyed.
unless you pay us $5 a month. Then you get them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And our
then-
vinyl stickers
No.
are appearing all over California.
Yeah. You can also just hit support, and you can just give us $1 if you'd like. It helps.
No, now
out.
they should
So,
actually do the best membership, though. I mean, if I was in the Olympics, this is
gold?
the one I would go for.
You'd want the gold. In the gold
yeah.
plan, you get everything from silver and the bronze membership, which means you get an advertisement, the decals, backlog, access to our live show on Discord, exclusive posts, a whole bunch of cool stuff.
All
you get
kinds
some
of merch.
You also get a No Focus hat. You get to be on the show. Access to our full library,
Yes.
a whole bunch
You
of
get
good stuff.
shout-outs.
Listen, folks, this is the No Focus Olympics, and you've got to go for the gold. This is what you do.
There's nothing
go
better.
for the gold.
There's nothing
Yep,
better.
that's right.
So anyways, today
I don't know. Have you had dino chicken nuggets
my
cooked in
God.
an air fryer?
Are those better?
in an air fryer.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are they so crispy?
Oh, they're fantastic. I made them for my kids. They lost their mind. It's a whole new level of dino chicken.
I gotta
nuggets.
get an air fryer though.
Oh, you do? Oh, air fryers are amazing.
You guys both have them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if someone's
they
a
changed-
gold member, I'll cook up some and bring them in.
Really?
Oh wow!
They're that
It's a game changer because everything. By the way, that was the one and only Stu Pedasso.
He's got an
coming
air
at you.
fryer,
He's got an
everybody.
air fryer, and so do I, and I'm the doorman. Listen, the air fryer will change the world for you because fries come out crispy. Even the ones you get from like when you bring them home.
Yeah,
From
Just throw 'em
wherever
in
you
there
from
for
the
a
restaurant,
second.
throw them in there. Your chicken nuggets are crispy. You can cook anything in
It's
there.
not the mushy microwave
Yes.
garbage.
Now, what's the best? What air fryer do you guys have? Do we have a?
I've got one
I
that
have a
was
black
by,
one. What color is yours?
Mine's it's like chrome and
See?
black.
That's all.
Silver and black. It's mine's from Emerald Lagasse. I got it at Costco.
Oh, I got mine on Amazon.
Oh, okay, nice. Is yours have the door open like a little oven? And you slide it stuff in there, or
it
is it
has
the
a
basket?
Basket that
Oh,
pulls out.
I don't like. The
I
basket.
like this ad on Amazon right now for this amazing exercise.
What is it?
Look at how just these exercise clothes.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
So those are killer exercise clothes.
Yeah,
It's a
amazing,
plus-size
amazing
model.
exercise clothes.
Plus size
Oh,
model
my
and
gosh.
very orange.
Very orange
exercise
exercise
clothes.
Yes.
Very
Now,
yellow.
but-
Just looking up air
Oh my
fryers
God.
here.
We're
Doing
getting
these
off.
early
We're getting way off.
podcasts.
But
Do you guys have the Ninja or the?
Yeah,
What do you guys
gotcha.
have?
no, I have the
here?
Emerald Lagasse one. It was
The
through Costco.
Emerald?
Emerald Lagasse.
Look
Yeah.
at you, man.
Bam. What did he
That's
used to say? Bam.
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 Yeah.
What about the
Get
Instant
my air
Pot
fryer, bam.
Vortex 4-in-1? Is that a good one? Do you guys
I have
know?
no idea. Sure. How many? You can't go off the ratings anymore. I was gonna say, how many
all fake.
stars does it have?
Yeah, they're all fake.
Oh, bam.
Bam. I mean, you got the Ninja. It's got 44,320.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's what you got to look for, though. By the way, behind the board, we have the one, the only, the man, myth, legend. We have Max.
They call me Max DeBoss.
Mr. Johnny Knobs.
You know why they call me that, right?
Oh my gosh! Why?
Because you don't have an air fryer.
I don't have an air fryer. No, because I don't have an air fryer, I have to use a microwave, and it's always like beep beep beep. My
Oh.
wife's like, stop it, and I'm like, I'm gonna stop it because I control the volume. Johnny Knobs.
Okay, listen.
Yep.
Here's the deal. With the air fryer, I was going to say this. You want the one that has the actual like little door that opens, and you have little shelves that you slide in it.
Oh my God.
I don't know about the basket.
I
I've
like
never
the
used the
especially
basket.
with some of the junk I cook.
But I like the
fries
one
or
that's like
chicken
a little-
nuggets, you throw them in the basket.
I like the little oven one to me because you throw stuff in there, you can have different levels of stuff, and yeah. Anyway,
I'll tell you, let's do
that's
this.
my advice.
I'm going to give you guys a little bit of I have a Consumer Reports
Buy this, not that?
subscription.
Oh.
So
Here we
and
go.
what's really cool about this is I don't pay for it. My father does. So I'm going to tell you, Consumer Reports. You guys know Consumer Reports.
Yes.
They say,
Aren't they co-opted now?
are they owned by somebody?
I don't know.
Oh, look, the highest rating one
The
has
highest
little
rated is
basket.
the Digital Tasty Crisp air fryer.
But wait, are these basket air fryers or are these just all air fryers?
Oh, just what is the difference?
Hey, it's $59.99.
Hating on the
It's only
basket.
$59.
That's
it.
it.
Only costs $326 to operate 1 hour per week for 52 weeks.
Wow.
It comes with a 1-year warranty. The Dash air fryer, they say it has the best controls, very quiet, cleaning simple. Highs, the model has no standouts in its performance, but the lows, it has no discernible flaws. It's just a good
It works.
air fryer.
It just works. I bet you the one I have is probably rated the lowest. Probably especially for electricity.
You know,
Yeah.
but you're excited about it, and that's what
But
matters.
see, I don't see any of the ones that I'm talking about. I don't see the little door on any of these. These are all basket models.
Let's
That's
see what
I was
they say.
asking.
Let's see what they say. They say
which
the
is
air
best?
fryer
What's the
guide.
best?
We're going to get in here.
Okay.
They say there's a couple of versions here. There is the controls, noise. They're looking at types
Oh,
of air
right there.
fryers.
There's one right there.
Basket or trays.
Okay.
So they say it comes down to your needs. The basket, dominates the market. After all, it's the original.
Yes. Yes.
They're available, blah, blah, blah. They often cost less. Okay, then they say the tray air fryers. They have a mesh tray. They're steadily increasing in popularity. Unlike air fryers with baskets, these units cook food in a flat or shallow receptacle, much like a toaster oven.
You could use them for dehydrating, too. That's cool.
Yeah. They also think, right here it says they are also, you're able to monitor your food while it's being cooked, because a lot of them have a glass door to look through, glass window there.
They seem to like, they do seem to like these...
What, the tray ones?
The trays. They like them both. They like them both. The highest rated model, though, is actually a basket, but they seem to like the trays.
That's whatever your needs are, so we don't have to fight.
Yeah.
Doggone it. I want to go to war.
What's your air fryer? The Emerald air fryer?
Mine is the Emerald Lagasse. I don't even know who it's. I'm sure it's not made by him. Made by Emerald by hand. He makes them by hand.
Made by small Chinese children.
They have an Emerald.
Emerald. No, I think Emerald Lagasse. I don't even know. It's probably a company with just his name on it.
They don't have it. Yeah, they recommend, if you guys are buying an air fryer, check out the Dash Digital Tasty
Which one do you
Crisp.
have? What's your brand?
I don't know. I got it from Amazon.
You don't know what the brand is?
No, I'd have to look it up. I don't remember when I bought it.
We're going to put the show on hold. He's going to go home, look it up.
Oh,
Ask your kids to send you a picture
I think what we're going to do, guys, in the show link, there'll be a link to the Dash Digital Tasty Crisp, just in case you need one. And
sponsor.
Actually, no, we should. Yeah, I'm gonna
good friends of the show.
Friends of the show, Amazon, and a Dash Tasty Crisp. So thank you very much, Dash Tasty Crisp. Check. Okay, so air fryers. That's what's new.
Hey, I had a question I want to ask you guys real quick. Do you guys think, is there something going on in the universe right now? Because, well, I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but the question is this: like, it was like the other day, a couple days ago, my wife and I woke up. I mean, it was so strange. I woke up. It's like my phone was completely gone. It was like I had to do a hard reset. It was like I have an iPhone. It was completely, the screen was black. It wouldn't come on. I couldn't do anything. Couldn't put the charging cord. Anything happened to get it going. I had to do a hard reset. And it was just weird. And the whole day, it just felt like the universe, like the poles had shifted or something. The whole universe was off. And then I was talking to my wife later. I go, yeah, today's been the strangest day. It just feels like something weird. She goes, I feel the same exact way.
There's a reason for that.
Have you guys felt this on the last couple of days?
It's the multiverse, and it sounds weird.
You just think the world is weird?
Yeah,
No,
there's
okay.
like something off, like the poles have shifted.
I got this, guys. Listen.
Okay.
So there's a theory about the multiverse. There's a bunch of other universes around us that are like ours, but a little bit off. And every so often, you will jump multiverses.
Okay.
So you'll jump into another universe that's close to yours, but a little bit off. And I've experienced this a few times where you realize things are, like you said, just feel a little bit off.
Just off a little bit.
But the idea, because, string theory and modern physics, support the multiverse. But the idea is that you jump to a different universe that's similar to yours, but a little bit different.
Okay.
And every
So
so
it's a
often you
shift.
experience that. Yeah, so it's a shift.
So does that, but am I still in that universe?
Right now?
Yeah, or did I come back to my timeline or what?
I don't know what's going on with you. But it's just, you a lot of times you'll shift into a universe and you'll stay there. Or you'll shift into it and, sometimes you'll shift back. Like one time, me and my wife both woke up and our glasses, we both wear glasses. The prescription was wrong. We couldn't see. It was blurry. Yes,
way.
Both of us.
No way. Are you serious?
We both had the same symptoms. And then later on in the day, it cleared up for us. But it's like for most of the day, it's just our prescription was off. We couldn't see that well.
Wow. That is very interesting.
But
because
there are other times where just like something that's normal is completely off. And, you don't, why is this completely off? And it just stays that way and eventually you adapt to it. But it's just because you jump universes. And it happens every so often. I can kind of like tell when it happens. It sounds weird, I know. And you just got to roll with it.
Is this is there a name for this theory? Did you say it earlier? I don't.
I don't know.
Is
I don't
there
know
a name
it's
for
an
it?
actual theory, but it's like quantum physics and other things support the multiverse theory. And the idea is, your consciousness can jump into, the other part
So
of the
if
multiverse. And
you're
also the idea is sometimes, because there are times I should have flat out died, right?
Yeah.
And you could tell you get this weird feeling at certain events. And the idea is that maybe you did die, but you jumped multiverses to one where you didn't jump off the thing. And so you are alive within a different multiverse.
Yeah, because what I was thinking is that, so does that mean that whoever was in, at your spot, your position in that multiverse, did they jump to another one when you jumped to theirs?
I would imagine.
That is, I don't know, man. You're tripping me out.
Yeah,
right
look it up. It's a multiverse theory, and sometimes, people do jump multiverses.
That is crazy. Because, we did. We both woke up, and it was like just everything that day was just off, just like a little bit. You know, it was just like I said, my phone was dead. Luckily, I got it to restart, but it was just weird stuff all day. You just felt like you weren't in the right place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like everything was the same almost, but you just quite weren't there. So
I've
anyway,
been there multiple times. After a while, you learn to recognize it.
that is cool. That is cool. I will say one thing that I do think I'm in another universe because I'm looking at the back of your phone case right now, and you've got the Batman logo with the Superman in the middle.
Yeah.
The Superman logo in the middle of the Batman logo. That is pretty cool. We'll be memeing that, by the way, folks.
And I'm still looking up what kind of air fryer I have. So thank you for this, Joy. I'm
Sorry,
seeing
anyway, that was
weird ass Amazon purchase.
No, that was just a question I had, though. It was very strange. You never experienced that, Max?
No, I don't know.
Did you get lost over there?
About.
You're pretty quiet.
I have very confused.
You never felt where it's like stuff, you just woke up and stuff was just off. You never felt like, I feel like I don't know, it's weird. You almost feel like the world was something was gonna happen, some big catastrophe. It was like, you know what? You just had this weird feeling.
Like a little bit of like prophecy feeling. Like you think something's gonna happen. I don't know about this, like thinking I was in a different place, or I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
It's not really. It's
Interesting.
just more. It's like everything's different. Everything's off.
Kind of like Bizarro Land with Superman. Speaking of
But
Superman.
it's slight differences, but it's a bit unnerving.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Just thoughts out there. If you guys please post on Discord if you ever felt this, and if you guys have any answers for me, I would.
I
love
think
that.
I lost my mind and should seek therapy.
Just do it at Doorman.
Yeah, post in the
At the
Discord,
Doorman.
or if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, post in the comments.
The YouTube, did they still like us? I thought they got rid of us.
We're demonetized, but I think we're still there every once in a while.
Good. That's too bad because we're making so much off our YouTube channel.
We're
I know.
demonstertized.
Demonstertized.
Okay, I got it.
Okay,
what'd
you get?
Air fryer.
This was bugging him so bad, folks.
It wasn't bugging me. It was bugging you guys. So it was bugging me because you guys wouldn't leave me alone. Power air fryer. That's a brand.
Do we still have consumer reports? What's
The power air
fryer?
It's a power
What's the
air
rating?
fryer, XL. It comes with all these attachments.
Oh, I've seen that.
We've lost most of these attachments at this point in our lives.
Okay, let's see which one is it? Is it on here?
Man, you
see
guys
the
have
picture?
crappy air fryers, man. These aren't even.
Wait, is that?
on
Oh no,
here.
wait. Go Wise. I don't see power air fryer on here.
You guys don't even have.
I think. Oh, that's it right there. Right there. Is that it? Right
Power
there. The
XL Vortex.
7
Yeah.
7 QB. You have the 7 QB.
Well, hey, you know what? You got the.
I got the
it's a 70.
5.3.
Oh, you got 5 point. This one's a little bit bigger. 7 quart.
That's a lot of money. What did mine cost? Mine's currently unavailable because I got it way back in the olden days.
But it still works. But this one is actually, so the Power XL, this one is rated at what, 70 overall? That's not too bad.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's not too bad. I wonder, does it show what the pros and cons are?
I don't know because I bought it like several
This
years
one
ago.
says it has no, they say it's just it says it has no standout features and no discernible flaws.
That's what it said for everyone.
it's just okay.
It's a cop-out Consumer Reports. This is
It
a cop-out.
works.
Yeah, it's okay.
You gotta find something.
It does okay.
Something good or bad about it. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it says it's an okay thing.
Okay.
So
if you guys are in a multiverse and you need an air fryer, I would try that one, the Power XL.
That's it.
If
Or
you
the
can
Emerald
find-
Lagasse.
Yeah,
I do like that one.
They're good. All right.
You know, the only bad thing I will say about my air fryer is that you have to be careful because I don't know about yours, but mine, the fans, because it's creating heat, so it vents all the hot air like straight out the back, right?
Oh yeah.
So, and what we have is we didn't have room on our kitchen counter where the backsplash is, the tile backsplash, to
Okay.
put it. So we had to put it against a wall. So I had to literally come up with this, like, make this little tin foil thing, kind of tape it on the back so that the air actually shoots up. So it's
Interesting.
like a little air duct where it shoots the air up because I didn't want
Right.
shooting that hot air right at the wall.
Right.
So,
That makes sense.
yeah. So anyway, that was
I
just,
don't
that's
know
a
where
little
my
tip.
hot air goes. I'm not sure.
Really? People usually say
I
I'm
have
full of hot
an
air. But...
Anus port somewhere. I don't know.
All right. Hey, what do we got, Max? Let's move
Okay,
it on.
let's move on. The polls shifted. The answer is we don't know what we're talking about.
Oh,
okay,
hey.
guys. Yesterday or the other day, it was Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
It was.
Cinco
I
de
dressed my
Mayo.
study cat up in a sombrero.
I
and-
saw
Did you really?
that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's
Now-
right. It's on Instagram.
The issue with that is, Marty, is you're the reason this article was written.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Criticism of Cinco de Mayo grows along with holiday revelry. This is from GV Wire, but it's actually not. It's from the Associated Press. Here we go. 1 second here.
Uh-oh.
This is a little segment called Max Reads the Headlines. Criticism of Cinco de Mayo grows along with holiday revelry. American bars and restaurants gear up for every year for Cinco de Mayo, offering special deals on Mexican food and alcoholic drinks for the May 5th holiday that is barely celebrated south of the border. Anyways, the whole point of this is, in the U.S., it's largely seen as a celebration of Mexican-American culture, stretching back to the 1800s in California. We do parades, street food, block parties, mariachi competitions, and baile folklorico and folkloric ballet with dancers, braids, and bright ruffled dresses. However, for Americans with or without Mexican ancestry, it's become an excuse to toss back tequila shots with salt, lime, and gorge on tortilla chips and melted orange cheese. It's unfamiliar to most real Mexico people. This brings criticism of the holiday, especially as beer manufacturers and other marketers have capitalized on its festive nature. Anyways, people have embraced offensive stereotypes such as fake, droopy mustaches and gigantos straw sombreros. The whole point of this is that essentially people are really angry that we are celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
Mostly
because
white people are
white
really
people,
angry. Yeah.
or even Mexicans on this side of the border, because they're saying that in Mexico people don't really celebrate it.
So
It says Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day, Mexican's most important holiday.
That's what I've always heard. I've always heard it's Mexican Independence Day, right?
Yeah, it's not.
And it's not, I guess.
It marks the victory by Mexican troops over an invading French force at the Battle of Puebla. But that's it. I mean, it's not.
Well, so what? It was a celebrate the victory.
My point is, there's this whole idea of like, how dare you do something to sell? Like, okay, would it be better if we all just said we're not going to do anything about Mexico? Like, fine, like, we don't care about Mexico, we're not going to celebrate it. I just don't understand. What are they angry about?
Remember when we were young, and the idea is that we're all one people.
Yeah,
you know, basically the human species. So we would celebrate different cultures to include them in the big family of us. And now we can't do that because we're appropriating their nonsense.
Well, and what does appropriation mean? I mean, okay, so if you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, let's say, and you're doing it in a classroom or whatever, and you're teaching about the culture and all the traditions of that culture, it's an educational event, right? I mean, this doesn't make sense. And the other thing that I'm really upset about is they have to sit here and say, what do they say? Tortilla chips. When they go back to this, when you were reading, it says they have gorge on tortilla chips smothered with melted orange. Why can't they call them nachos? What's wrong with nachos? It's not, But anyway, okay. Getting back.
Yeah, and also the idea is like in the ride, it's a small world in Disneyland. They don't say, okay, we got to stop the ride. Just the Hindus get on because we're going to go through the Indian section. Then they got to get off. Okay, just the Mexicans get on because we're going to go through the Mexico section.
Right.
Yeah. It's aren't we supposed to learn about it? I mean,
and celebrate it,
And first off, it's funny. I'm upset about how they blanket everybody else though and saying, well, they just use an excuse to drink and eat, nachos. It's like, what? No. I mean, to be honest, I didn't have a drink on Cinco de Mayo.
It was weird, but I didn't.
Right.
And it's not like everybody goes out as the American culture goes out to every bar and we're just getting crazy and stupid on, tequila shots. This is ridiculous.
I just really, because it's like, are we all going to get angry that people celebrate Halloween because that's cultural of Celtic whatever.
Christmas?
Yeah, or Christmas. Like, I just really have an issue with just getting upset about celebrating things.
I think this is, the bottom line, and we always go over these type of stories because we want to let people know the bottom line on this is that they're just trying to divide everyone. That's the thing. Things that we've done and things that we've celebrated. And like you said, we were taught this country was a melting pot of everyone, different cultures, and we all come together. And then now they're just ripping everybody apart with this nonsense.
Right. Yeah, and the idea of the melting pot is, you grasp what makes us stronger and what's good about different cultures, and you combine them together to make, one people.
Well, and it makes each individual better in the sense of, they get to learn about all these different cultures that they didn't know about, so they get educated.
Yep.
I mean, this is just it's something else that it's every event. There's always going to be these people that are looking for some kind of press, and so they're going to throw this crap out there that, it's appropriation or it's this or that or it's wrong, So then all of a sudden next year we don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and then they're going to say, well, what now? Are you, are you this?
Yeah,
are you thisist? Are you thatist?
Right.
Because you don't celebrate it, Yeah, and very interesting story here. I I don't know.
'Cause they don't bitch much about St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Right, that's another thing,
They're
right?
appropriating my culture and Irish
Yeah.
culture.
It drives me nuts. It
Those
really does.
potatoes are for me
Yeah, all that.
because I'm Irish.
Oh, the Jamesons for me.
Oh, the Jameson.
So I don't know. Like, do you guys? What do you think? Are you?
Well, this is what we're in, and that's what they say. We're in a culture war, and this is why it's a culture war because
Right.
and what the culture war is ultimately is they just want to divide and conquer people. I mean,
when
this
we
is
fight,
what.
it plays better on the news, and they're able to get more, sponsors and make more money off of us. When we all
sure.
fight. So if
Sure.
we
Yep.
got along, it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Yeah, I don't think we actually the school had a carnival for Cinco de Mayo, and it really wasn't even. It was funny. It wasn't even Cinco de Mayo like themed. But
Okay.
there were a lot of kids that were dressed up, and that's very cool. And then the other funny thing that my wife and I were talking about is they actually had a group from, I think it was Fresno Pacific. I can't remember which one it was, or maybe it was Fresno State. They did like a Chinese New Year dance with the dragons, and all that kind of stuff. And they had that there, and we were kind of like, oh, that's kind of interesting, on Cinco de Mayo. But yeah, so I was like, hey, you know what? It's just we are a melting pot. We're all doing it together. So what? Let's just enjoy it.
yeah. Well, it's everybody watch out. Don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Okay.
Is that what?
That's our takeaway. That's our takeaway.
That's the takeaway. I'm celebrating. Yeah, I will say the one good thing about that article, I will say this, is that I learned, and it was my fault because I didn't look into it too deeply, that I learned it wasn't Independence Day. See, I always thought it was, and I don't even know where that came from. It's probably word of mouth. Probably one guy just said, "Oh yeah, I think it was for Mexican independence," and everybody's like, "Oh, okay, great," and I don't know where did that even come from.
I blame the Caucasians.
The Caucasians. All right, guys. This is big.
Oh, this
So
is
you guys
another local
You guys
story.
know Manchester Mall.
I do know
right?
Manchester Mall.
Yeah.
I
Not
used to
personally,
work
but
by
I
I still work near
I've been
there.
I've been
They
there many times.
Yeah, they did like a nice big renovation recently. It's like a nice mall, I believe.
Yeah, they
right?
took out the carousel though, which pissed me
Just
off.
sad.
Oh, that was
So
sad.
they're doing another really cool renovation, which I think is going to really, increase, at least the attendance at the mall. Sometimes the mall is kind of empty, so definitely bring people to the mall. So an application has been put in by Project Jerry Dyer. Project Bears Dyers. I don't understand what that says.
Bears Dyers. Project Bears Dyers.
Project Bears Dyers? That seems like it's
One
a,
Fresno.
Harry
Oh wait, Project
Damon?
Bears Dyers. One Fresno.
Who dye their hair.
doesn't make any
What is that? What is the headline
doesn't
here? Who
understand.
did this headline?
sense. Let's read this headline. Manchester Center Housing Project Bears Die. Oh, I see.
Bears Dyers.
It's like it bears
One
his
Fresno.
name.
Bears
God.
his name. Okay.
That's a really bad headline.
That's
One
terrible.
Fresno, we can't be one Fresno.
Manchester
branding.
Center Housing Project Bears Dyer's One Fresno branding.
can't
It should
be
say
One
has.
Fresno.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Has
Anyways.
to be all
Has the
diverse.
branding of Mayor Dyer's One Fresno. That
Thank
would have been a
you.
better headline.
Yes. An application to transform Manchester Center into housing.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You know what? I think if I don't, I might be
That sounds
mistaken.
familiar.
I'm pretty sure I'm picking up this book here by a friend of our show, Stephen J. Cochran. I'm pretty sure he wrote a book about Manchester turning into
I think
housing.
so. What was that book called?
That book is right here in my hand.
Yeah.
It's called Alameda by Stephen J. Cochran.
Wouldn't it be cool if we can get the Manchester Mall to change their name to Alameda?
Alameda. Oh, the Alameda.
that would
It was
be
Alameda.
cool.
I am Stephen. You nailed it, buddy.
You're a prophet.
Yeah.
The prophet, Stephen.
No, he may be in the multiverse. Maybe he's a time traveler in the multiverse.
Oh, I like
So
that.
the One Fresno at Manchester Center project filed with the city shows the transformation plan for what was once Fresno's largest mall. One Fresno is Dyer's go-to banner for rallying support for his efforts. Documents paint a picture of what's planned for the mall. You guys ready to hear what's going on in the mall?
I'd love to hear it.
The first phase calls for 221 studio and one-bedroom apartments.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, within 3 buildings. An application for zoning clearance states the project will total 610 units. The 24-acre property at Blackstone and Shields Avenue will keep a significant amount of retail space 112,000 square feet, which is actually not that much considering how big it is right now.
Yes.
There will be 11,500 square feet of offices and 44,000 square feet of storage space. It'll have a common area with a swimming pool.
Oh my gosh.
Project applications. Right now, the project is zoned for commercial, but they want to change it to conditional use for housing developments.
That mall is huge because it has a lot of rooms the public doesn't see.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
I mean, it is a here's the thing. The whole second floor is
It's not like
empty.
they have
I
Sears
get it.
anymore. So.
I mean, can you go in the mall and walk around this area?
Yeah.
I'd like to go walk around. In the 1940s, the land that Manchester
We should take
occupies.
Steven.
We should. That would be killer.
Point out different
Oh
things
yeah,
from the
he could.
book.
Yeah.
that'd be
Oh yeah,
fun.
in his book.
In 1940s, this land was actually supposed to be the future home for Fresno State, which at the time was what is now Fresno City College. Fresno State moved to Northeast Fresno instead, and the former fig orchard was transformed by 1953 into the Manchester Center, which beckoned customers with, quote, free parking for 4,000 cars. That bragged wherever you lived in the Central Valley, all roads lead to Manchester
All the
Center.
buses do.
That was good branding back
It's good,
then.
yeah.
Good
With the new
marketing.
competition from the Fashion Fair Mall, Manchester lost its shine after 2 decades and was reborn for a spell as Manchester Mall. In 2016, the owners then announced the renovation and returned to the name Manchester Center with a new facade, entrance, and strip mall was constructed, as well as a new marquee. Essentially, though, it's just so empty, they want to turn it into...
The theater
Okay.
there is cool, though. You ever been to the theater there?
I haven't been for a while.
They have those nice plush seats. You
They
sit
redid
in.
it, right?
Yeah, they redid
Now
it.
here-
It's
well, here's
really
the deal, though.
Are
Why-
they turning that into housing, the theater?
The theater? No, I don't think so.
No,
I
the
don't know.
theater is
But they
in
do
the-
have the
in the-
recliners.
Now the
for
theater
it,
in the
yes.
book is where that guy, right, the
Usher.
Usher
Usher,
lived, right,
yeah,
in
he
the
was,
book, and he was the one that
yeah.
gave all
He
the
was the
the
dealer.
vaping
Yeah.
drugs or whatever that was.
So I don't know. What do you guys
Okay,
think
here-
about this? Do you think that's good for the mall, bad for the mall, or good for the city, or bad for the city? Like, I don't really have an opinion either way. Just yet.
I'm gonna say this because
You
I
know.
don't. Steven, buddy, I appreciate your book. I love what you do, but I don't want to see Fresno turn into Alameda. The
Right.
Manchester Mall. I'm kind of leery about this. Did Dyer pick up his book and start reading it? I'm wondering.
Right.
This is all that Agenda 2030 or whatever that nonsense is, right? Where everybody is basically they want to compact everybody in these cities to this like little small area, right? These
Yep.
15-minute cities we hear about, where everything you need is within 15 minutes, right?
Yep.
So and you can't travel outside that. I personally, I don't like this idea. I don't like people living in a mall. That just doesn't seem right to me.
So the problem is the mall's basically dying. And so they're trying to give
Yes.
it life support by creating the apartments and other things, trying to bring more life into that mall. And I'd rather see them do that than just have a huge, gigantic, empty building that's going to attract, squatters and other things in there.
Why not-
And
why not-
eventually they burn it down.
Do whatever they do. Why don't they do what they usually do, which is just tear the thing down and end up doing
Because
something else there?
It's a waste if you tear it down. It's a resource.
Or is there
that
too
they're
much
destroying.
asbestos and they don't want to do it because it's going to cost
But
too
see,
much?
The thing, a lot of
a good point.
it's central to the bus lines, and so the bus lines go there. So if you were to create an apartment complex there with other, shops and things, it could work. It could actually work and save them all and save the building.
I don't think so. Because it's like, who wants to listen? And as far as the American lifestyle, and I don't see people living in a mall. I mean, that may be, I don't know. I just don't see it working, to where it's going to flourish. I see it
'cause
where
you
they
have no
stick.
model.
I see it where they stick people in there, and it's
Right.
just going to basically, like you're saying, it's going to basically become, probably an unhoused encampment, and going to have a lot of drug problems and other things going on around there.
Also, you have
Like they
you
usually-
have no model for that. You have no model for a mall where people actually live there.
Why
So-
don't they? Here's the other thing I don't like. Why don't they do something where they give it to, or they don't have to give it to, but lease it out to like the Fresno Rescue Mission, or lease it out to places that could actually use that space.
Right.
Or why not even turn that into more like, they wanted downtown to have all these art gallery, like little shops you could rent, right?
Yeah.
These little spaces. Why don't they do that there and let people rent them for really cheap? If they could financially, and have like art galleries or have their own little shops and do things like this rather than, I don't know.
See, the mall's so big, you can have housing there, and shoppers would hardly know it.
I don't think so. I would never, if that thing was housing in there, I'll never go in there ever again. I mean, not sorry, but I won't.
See, if it's done right, which, we'll see, it could
Nope.
be a good thing, but it just has to be done correctly.
I'll state it here right now. I will never walk in that mall if it turns into housing,
How often
unless
do you go there now?
I'm giving a tour by Steven with his
Right.
book.
How often do you go there now, though?
Not very often, but if they had something cool, then I would go down there. But if they turn it into housing, I'm definitely not going down there. You know, but here's a problem too. We have this. This is the issue. You're going to put housing in a place where we haven't. We've talked about this before too on this podcast many times. You've got a mental health crisis. You got a drug problem. You got so many other issues in this town for people to feel safe to go into areas, just like we talked about with the Tower District. And it's like people. You know, you're okay. You can house people in there, and that's going to be an isolated place, and nobody else is going to go in there from the outside and go shopping.
Right.
So there's going to be no other stores. It's going to completely be a housing complex at some point or it'll be Fresno County and city have a lot of offices in there right now, don't they?
Yeah,
different.
I think so.
I think is the
Caltrans is
EDD
there.
still down there, and they had other
in the big Caltrans area.
yeah. So I mean, those things may still be there, but there's nothing else going to be in there if they're going to turn it into housing because they haven't fixed those other problems yet. So nobody wants to go in these areas. That's why they're dying.
Sure, that's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah. What do you think, Max?
I'm still like I said, it's this weird thing because like if they had a plan to invest in the mall and turn it into something nice,
Yeah.
that's one thing. But like if the option is keep it as it is or turn it into some housing at the very least, I don't know. I think the better option would be is to say, look, as a city, we're going to do a couple of things. We can try to turn it into something that's actually profitable, which means we're going to renovate it as a city or whoever owns it. You know, if the city takes, I mean, obviously the city has.
They just renovated.
Does the city own it? I'm confused. Who's
I don't
paying
know.
for it?
No, it's owned by another group.
So if the other group, here's the thing, I guess.
They just renovated it too.
Yeah, so if the group owns it, I think what the group should do would go to companies and say like remember there used to be that Red Robin in there.
Yeah.
If they went to companies and said, hey, look, we're going to renovate this and each thing for you, or we're going to help, reduce rent for a certain amount of time to bring businesses in. That's one thing. I just think they don't want to put the money into it, whoever owns it. So it's just going to sit there and be empty forever. I mean, I guess you could turn it into housing. I just know that it's going to be housing.
Also,
that's fine.
does it say what kind of housing it's going to be? Does it say low income, high income?
I'm assuming it is, right? It's got to be low
For the
income.
area, it's probably be lower income, but it's small apartment dwellings. So it's like, studio apartments.
It's just weird.
Here's the deal. Here's what they always do. They always with these supposed good ideas, and they always get them from because they just went on a trip, didn't they, over to Europe somewhere or something, and saw this great, wonderful low income housing and stuff. So here's the deal. They're gonna sell it as it's gonna be this great little oasis, right, for all these people, and it's gonna be so wonderful. And they're gonna show all these paintings and pictures of how it's all done up and it's all pretty. Right. And then they're gonna open it, and it's gonna be just a slum. It's gonna turn into because
that's the word.
They have not fixed the problems that are causing the issues in this city. That's where it lies. It doesn't lie in And unfortunately, I think just the mall architecture, when you have internet, you've got Amazon, you've got everything else. I mean, we grew up, and that's what we did. We always went to the mall, right? I mean, you go shopping, you go to the mall. But I think that just...
Because everyone was there. That's where you pick up on chicks.
And unfortunately, yeah, exactly. and unfortunately, chicks got to reject me there. But unfortunately, that whole, that mall, what's the word I'm looking for here? Help me. The
asparagus.
Asparagus, no.
Yeah,
no. The whole the way the mall's constructed with all the shops, and I think it's just a kind of a dying institution anyway. The mall's like a dying institution.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
not,
yeah.
As far as getting business and stuff in there, I don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
But yeah, they have these huge buildings. What do they do with them? Well, I mean,
Paintball.
Well, there you go. I don't know, but I don't know if housing is the greatest thing either.
Well, it's a Band-Aid for the problem, and Fresno tends to like Band-Aids because Band-Aids look pretty and they cover the ugly wound underneath.
Oh, that's you know what? Oh man, time out here. That's the show now.
That is a great. That's a great point.
I just thought of that.
Pretty.
You're a genius. You are a marketing genius.
Put me down for another genius
Oh
idea.
my
next
gosh.
Band-Aids
Yeah.
look.
How much are you going to charge the show for that
year. I don't know.
genius idea? Maybe you should be on the city council.
I should, huh?
Yeah.
Then I'd have to listen to all these guys, and I don't.
No,
do
they'd kick you out in an instant because your ideas make too much sense.
No, it's true.
I feel all
You
awkward.
can't make sense.
Yeah.
It's the one thing you can't do.
I mean, I don't know. You know, if this thing, you know what they're gonna do, and then what they're gonna do is they're gonna open this thing up like this. You know how it's gonna roll. They're gonna open it up. It's gonna be all pretty. They're gonna put pretty flowers. They're gonna stick like for the first few months. There'll be some people living in there. They're gonna show it off to the world. Have all these people come in from outside,
all the pretty people,
and say, "Oh, look at what we did. Look how beautiful it is." And then like 6 months later, it's gonna be like nobody's gonna want to go near that place.
Spotlight's gone. All the meth heads move in.
Yeah. So that's, anyways, it's good stuff, guys. Fresno. This is cool.
Moving on.
This is actually kind of cool. You guys know megabus.com?
No, I do not.
I do not know.
Megabus is actually, for a while we had something called like Dash Bus in Fresno for a while.
We have
Dash
Fax.
Fax, Fresno.
Well, Fax is still there, right? There's still the bus system.
Fax, that's the Fresno area. Yeah,
Fresno Area Express.
Megabus is they're all over the UK and Canada. And they're building out in the U.S. They're in 500 cities. Megabus is actually, I find it pretty cool. The idea is are these double-decker buses, and they charge really cheap fares to kind of get across places. And this is actually pretty neat. So Megabus has come to Fresno, and you can get to, from right now, you can get to L.A., Sacramento, and a couple other cities, especially from there, because you can, jump around. It's a low-cost express bus company that's re-entering California market after ending its service 15 years ago in California. But they're offering 3 daily trips from Fresno, north and south, starting May 15th.
Okay.
We're excited to be back in California. Throughout the network, you can be able to get to 100 different cities if you start here. But some of the fares, they offer affordable fares aboard luxury double-deckers, reclining seats, power outlets, panoramic windows, and restrooms.
Ooh.
But they are known for their offering one-way fares as low as $1.
Oh, God.
Now, those are very...
From Fresno to Clovis?
Oh.
So you have to get those really, really, really... There's only a couple of those.
But it says $1 fares plus a $3.99
Sure.
booking fee.
However, the truth is the normal fare, I would say, is probably about $20 to $60. Each person gets one piece of luggage and a carry-on bag. Nice. So, I'm going to go on the website. I'm going to say from Fresno. Let's see if you can actually look.
Okay, so you're on the website. What's the website here?
Megabus.com.
Megabus.com.
So from Fresno, I can go to Anaheim, Bakersfield, Los Angeles, Oakland, Sacramento, and San Francisco.
So we could cheaply take care of our unhoused problem by sending a lot of them to Sacramento.
For $1. Let's say we're in Fresno and you want to go to Disneyland.
Perfect.
Right? So let's say Fresno to Anaheim.
Okay.
And we're going to leave on let's say the 15th. And we want to return on the 17th.
Yeah, that works for me.
I'm going to say find tickets. So you can get there, let's see here. So you can get there for $49.99.
Jeez.
Oh, just getting there one way.
Getting there. So
cheaper than gas.
So and then on the way back, it's going to be another $49.99. So
does that drop you off at the park or?
So it's you leave at 8:40 from Fresno's Carl's Jr. at 5275 West Avenue.
Okay.
And you arrive at 3 p.m. at the Anaheim Regional Transportational Intermodal Center.
I don't even know where that's at.
It's in Catella. It's right near Disneyland.
It's right there within walking distance.
So, I mean, $49.99 for one traveler. So if you're going with 2-3 people, a car is going to be cheaper, right? Because you're sharing the gas and everything.
So I get there at 3, you said?
You get there at 3.
So... Okay, I guess that gives me some park time. Okay.
So that's the first
you have to get there the day before.
And that's a long, if you think about that's a long, 8:40 to 3, that's a long time in the bus. The reason is because you stop off at Bakersfield.
I get that.
And then you stop in Burbank, and then you stop in Los Angeles, then you get to Anaheim.
Yeah.
So there's a couple stops. But the thing is, if you're like 1 or 2 people, and you want to just kind of...
How many people are you here?
I'm one.
Yeah, well, we're only one.
You're only one?
Yeah, we're not 2 or 3.
I don't identify as 2 or 3.
You don't identify as a crowd?
No.
I identify as a group. I'd like to make a party reservation.
You get cheaper rates
for 5.
that way.
Yeah. So, I think it's worth it, especially like for certain things. If you want to not have to drive, if you just want to get and hang out on a bus.
Well, let me ask you this. This is interesting. Now, the rates. Now, let's not take the rates into account here. But if you basically take the top deck off that bus, isn't it basically called Greyhound?
Yeah.
At this point,
okay. Book Greyhound. See if we can book a Greyhound bus.
Is Greyhound even still around?
Do they still? I don't know.
Greyhound. I don't think Greyhound's even around, dude. Oh, it is. Okay, let's go from Greyhound. Let's see. Let's see
they
what
have
the
that-
price is.
I don't
From
think they have that
Fresno.
station downtown. That
That's a
was
good point.
nasty
Fresno
place.
to, we want to go to Anaheim.
But they don't meet at the luxurious Carl's Jr. They do have their own
And
downtown
they don't
station.
have the luxury panoramic windows.
Yeah,
Great.
you got to pay
So
more
Fresno
for that.
to Anaheim. I'm going to do the same dates. We'll see what
Yes.
happens.
Travel with
15th.
pretty people.
Okay, depart, search.
Let's see.
Yeah, actually, I should do round trip because the other one round trip was going to be $49.49. So you're looking at $100, right?
Yeah.
This is round trip. We're leaving Monday. If you left at, I don't know what a Flixbus is. It must have a movie, I'm assuming.
Oh, maybe there's a movie on there. Yeah.
You can actually leave at 7:55 from CSU Fresno
Okay.
and get to Anaheim at 2:25 p.m.
Ooh,
it's
a
quick.
And
little
that's
bit
only
earlier.
$23.
What?
What?
Shit. I mean, shoot.
Greyhound's cheaper.
Greyhound's a lot cheaper.
Greyhound
And
is
faster.
cheaper.
You get there earlier.
What's a travel? Oh, you can also pay. This is actually pretty great. You can select your seat for $4.99. You can pay an additional $11.99 to travel neighbor free, which means
Oh, nobody's next.
Oh,
you
get your
buy
own
the seat next to you for
nice.
$11.
I'll totally do that.
Which
That way that
actually
smelly
means,
homeless
though-
guy won't grab my leg anymore.
But why could I travel neighbor free and then just bring my friend with me and sit in that chair for $11.99? Just get a free
Say
seat.
you identify as two people.
Yeah. That's interesting.
You also get a carry-on and a stored bag. And it's cool. You can actually pay extra to offset your carbon emissions.
Huh?
Yeah, that's
no,
neat.
I want extra carbon.
Actually, so you have a good point. Greyhound is cheaper and
Okay.
faster.
Greyhound's cheaper and faster, but you
not as
don't get your
luxurious.
restroom on the bus, right? You would have to.
I don't
just-
know.
I don't
Is
think
the-
Greyhound has a restroom on the
I
bus,
think
right?
they do, if I remember right.
Do they?
Well, I
You
haven't
have
taken it
to,
since the
right?
80s,
I don't
but-
know.
There's
Check out
also maybe you don't have reclining seats.
Well.
And it says there is Wi-Fi,
Sure, it's nicer than the ghetto shit we used to do in the
movies.
Yeah.
Dang, you know what? Enjoy. So watch a free movie and use our power outlets. Reserve a
Wow.
seat.
This is on Greyhound.
Greyhound.
I'm going Greyhound. I'm sorry.
This could be the best thing to happen to
I'm
Greyhound.
going to leave the driving to them.
Okay, you know what?
Sorry, I derailed.
100%, 100% of Greyhound's fleet has an entertainment system to enjoy movies and television shows, play games, surf the web, read the latest news.
Wow.
All free from your own Wi-Fi enabled
Okay.
devices.
What about Megabus?
And plus, you could stretch
What do
out
they
because
give
you
you?
got the seat next to you for $11.
Yeah.
Yeah, Megabus, it comes with that as well. But and then
Yeah.
what's Flixbus? Flixbus is a green smart mobility from Flixbus and Flixtrain, which is owned by Greyhound. I don't really.
Is that just like maybe a cheap, like a school bus, like
It's
a cheaper
affordable.
version?
It's more affordable. It's like the Mega
you
Bus.
Get, you get the school bus seats and
Yeah,
No
it's like the
seatbelt.
Mega Bus of Greyhound. So
Okay, here's the other question I have for both of these buses.
Damn,
Are they electric?
Oh, that'd be
What?
a
They're
lot
not
of battery.
EV buses?
I know they're gonna have to go.
What?
Good point.
What? Okay, and even though it's not considered a renewable resource, are they at least natural gas?
That's a good point. I don't think it is.
Gonna have to take my little
Uh-oh.
riding Barbie car there.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Those little plug-in, those little electric ones.
Pink ones, yeah.
Yeah,
I
those
love
little
them.
pink
They're
ones.
Big. I get them and drive around. Everyone thinks I'm cool and saving the
awesome.
environment.
That's interesting. It's funny that they're advertising this thing as the newest and greatest and latest.
And it's actually
Greyhound's
that
had
was
it
actually
forever.
that was a really good point that it's more expensive. I did not.
You know what it is? It's their marketing. It's like, hey, some trips are $1. Yeah, from
That's
from
it.
the Carl's Jr. From the back of the Carl's Jr. parking lot to the front of the Carl's Jr. parking lot. Is that $1?
Yeah, that's really
Plus
then-
the booking fee.
And then the booking fees, they're going to get you on all the fees,
Yeah.
right? It's like the airlines that are super cheap.
Right.
And then you go in there and like, oh no, we got to charge you for the bag. We got to charge you for this. We got to charge you for that.
Also, there's a fool sitting next to you because you didn't buy the seat next to you like you can on Greyhound.
yeah.
that's also a good
And
point.
I hate that. I hate being molested when I fall asleep. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes.
So
Or
depends.
while you're looking out at the panoramic view.
Yeah, I know. And you
some
feel
guy-
this
yeah.
hand on your leg and you...
Well, it's very often romantic with that panoramic view. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't. Man, that's.
Are you gonna try it? You gonna take it?
No, Megabus doesn't sound good anymore. He's a good
See?
point. If it was $1, that's great. But the fact that it's $100, the fact that it's twice the price of Greyhound,
And you get there later.
Yeah.
But you do leave later though. I think the Megabus
You
left
left
at 8.
earlier.
No, I think the Megabus you left at 8 something,
Megabus
right?
was 8. You got there at 3. This left at
But then
7:20.
Greyhound's left at 7. So you do. I mean, it's basically
Probably
the same time.
but
It's
half
just
the price.
Yeah.
So this is a bummer for Fresno guys. I'm moving on here. You guys play who's actually, I feel like Marty played hockey for a while, right? You're a hockey fan?
I had hockey sticks for a while.
Okay.
Me and my brother would like basically just beat each other.
Yeah?
with them. Yeah.
Well, we've got a good friend of the show, Ryan, that's
Yes,
hockey.
Ryan's
Ryan,
a big
if you're
hockey
listening,
fan. He's a mega
He's a
fan.
big hockey fan.
Ryan, if you're listening, join the Discord server and tell us what you think, or comment on and share it. But this is a little section called Marty reads the headlines.
Marty can barely see the headlines.
He's got to get closer
Proposal
here.
would turn Fresno's Gateway Ice Center from skating to self-storage.
Oh, God, that's so depressing.
Okay, here's the
Public
question.
notice by the city of Fresno, May 3rd, by the property owner would convert the last prominent indoor ice rink into the Central Valley, a self-storage facility.
Oh.
Okay. Here's the first question that popped into my mind. When they turn us into a self-storage, are they keeping the ice or getting rid of it? Do you have to
I hope they
skate
keep
to your
the ice.
unit?
That's hilarious. That would be great.
Slide everything to your
yeah,
unit.
exactly.
And store
Just
it.
slide it on these skis right
That
to your
would be
unit.
Bodies
killer.
in there. That'd be cool.
Oh man.
Grandma died, but we're not telling anyone because we're keeping
Yeah.
Social Security.
You go,
This
I'm keeping all my curling supplies into this. Ice
curling
rink
there. Oh, that'd be
self-storage.
It's actually really sad because, like, my nephew, he's into hockey. He loves hockey.
Really?
He plays all the time. He's part of the hockey league. If this really does, there'll be nowhere for kids to ice skate in
the valley.
in the entire valley.
And then we'll hear there'll be a program right through the government and be like, oh, the poor kids can't play hockey, they can't ice
Yeah.
skate. Now we need to get.
Build a new facility.
There was a new facility at Manchester.
Yeah. Next to the homeless encampment.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, this is sad. I mean, yeah, I wonder how much it costs to run. I was thinking about that too. How much does it cost to run a facility like that and keep ice in there? Because they keep ice in there year round, right? I mean, in other words, during the big summertime, hottest part of the summer, you have ice in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
I've
gonna
been
be
there a few
expensive.
times, and there's always like people in there. They're like people doing their figure skating, doing other things, just skating around. It's
Well-
a great place to go when it's hot outside.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is also the home of. Keep in mind, this is that hockey rink is where USA Hockey uses that's where they practice. U.S. figure skating uses it.
Really?
Yeah, for any figure skater who's around Fresno uses that.
Yeah.
Because anybody in the valley who's a figure skater, as well as Star, which is serving the American rinks, as well as the home of Fresno Monsters. So you're gonna lose our junior hockey team. You're gonna lose USA Hockey, U.S. figure skating, and Star.
So people could store their gross particle board furniture. That's
Right.
just going to sit there a while, and
And
eventually
rot.
it's going to end up on Storage Wars.
Yep. So it's actually, I mean, this is a bummer. I think if this happens, this is a really big loss for the Central Valley.
Wait, I wonder why. I mean, is it just
It's got to be cost.
Yeah, it's got to be cost. They can't get the people in there anymore to do
Yeah.
the skating.
That's really, really
Start
sad.
curling.
Actually,
I'd go there for curling.
yeah, curling
Juicy
seems kind
berry
of fun. That's
curling,
about my speed. I can handle that.
yeah, it really is a bummer. Dang, that sucks. That's a hard one for Fresno, I think.
Yeah.
because that really makes a lot of people. Hurts a lot of people, actually.
Yeah. How big are? I mean, we need to ask. We really do need to ask Ryan about this. Like, how big is skating in general, ice skating in the valley right now?
Well,
I mean,
I'll tell you
is there like a cult where I don't mean cult in a bad way, but I mean, is there kind of an ice skating group?
Well, when I go to see my nephew play hockey at the rink, there's hundreds of kids.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's big. There's like tons of teams. It's packed.
Then I wonder why they're not making any money. That's
Because I mean, you think about that. It's only think about running that place all year long. Let's say just the electricity bill, the everything else maybe cost you a couple grand a day to keep that place running, right? Plus staff and land and everything that it costs. And then you have that many kids and a group, and they're probably playing, 50, 60 grand for the entire year they make off of that. That's not enough to run that place. It's
You ever
I've
see
never been there. Is it pretty huge inside? It's got to be,
big,
right?
yeah,
good
it's
size, yeah.
It's nice. You ever see the movie Rollerball, the original?
With James Caan?
Yeah.
Years ago.
That's the
yeah.
sport we need in the valley, rollerball.
Oh, there you
go. With the motorcycles and the roller skaters beating the crap out
Should
of
be
each
on
other.
ice. You can do rollerball on ice and just put those spike tires on the motorcycles.
That would be cool too.
Yeah.
But even without the ice, so you don't have to pay for all the ice. It'd be a cool sport.
Well, I mean,
I do this.
yeah, I think this is very sad. We got
It's sad, man.
Manchester Mall is going, and you got this. You got the ice rink going. What is happening in the valley?
It's really sad, man. Yeah, it's sad.
Hey, you also, I noticed you had some stories here about underrated restaurants.
Yeah, so food and bev. Fresno got 2 stories here talking about food. We had the Fresno Bee did apparently they asked everybody what Fresno's most. Hey, really quick, what are you eating there, Marty?
I'm eating these amazing treats. They're called Acapella Naughty Grams. I don't know. They're fantastic. I can't stop eating them.
Yeah,
They're
It's
very
like
naughty.
chocolate-covered pretzels with even mint bark on it.
Are they pretzels?
Peppermint bark?
Or are they
What?
graham crackers?
Oh,
Oh my God, they are graham crackers shaped like pretzels.
Yeah,
That's
naughty
amazing.
grams.
I didn't know
Naughty
that was a thing.
grams. It's right in the
It's
name.
in the name. So
Where can I get naughty grams?
you
Because
can-
I want some of these.
You know what? You can pick them up at Save Mart right now in the
Really?
Central
I
Valley.
live by a Save
Pick
Mart.
them up. They're in the cookie aisle. Pick them up. We got a couple flavors there: the peanut butter and the devil's food. Check those out.
Yeah, you got. Hey,
Acapella,
this is
Naughty
what we want to
Grams.
know. We want to know what is your favorite flavor of Naughty Gram,
Yeah.
folks.
Post it in
All
the
of them?
comments.
In the Discord,
In the Discord.
comments, yeah.
Yeah. Share with us.
Or leave it on Twitter and make sure you tag us.
Because they make a lot of different.
and
flavors.
Rumble and everywhere
These
else.
are like
Yeah.
Devil's Food Chocolate.
Oh yeah,
Peppermint bark.
I like the peppermint bark
me
ones.
too. I freaking love those.
Yeah, they're too addicting.
So Fresno underrated restaurants. They apparently asked. They got like a bunch of entries, and now they're having a poll out. And the top 5. And I thought this was interesting. They said they had 90 different restaurants come.
Did you say a poll?
A poll.
Oh,
where's
Don, where's
Don?
Don?
You know, they owe us royalties. So
Yeah.
apparently the cream of the crop has risen, and the ones that were commented the most. And I thought this was interesting.
I thought you were gonna do. I'm sorry, but I thought you were gonna do the music for a minute.
I thought you were going to do this
We'll
whole
do the
soup
not
metaphor about the cream
Don
raising.
Schlick's polls. We haven't done that in
This
so
is
long.
called
Not Don Schlick's polls.
Not Don Schlick.
Not Don.
Hey, where's Don?
He's in rehab.
What happened to his
Don, we
poll?
need you.
It's so limp.
This
Don
is another
gone.
poll. Man, this
Come
poll's
on,
not
Don.
good.
We need your poll now.
poll,
Don.
Where's his poll?
Oh, Don.
I
now.
missed Don's poll.
Oh, I miss
shrunk.
Don's
Where did he
polls.
go?
Come on, Don.
Not
Where
Don's
is Don?
poll.
Oh my God, Don.
Not Don's poll.
Put it
Hey,
down.
whose poll is this?
Don.
It's a poll.
Oh, it's not Don's poll.
Where's Don?
Where's Don? This is
that so
really
long. I've
good.
been aching to do
That
that.
is really good. That's my favorite song of the show.
Yeah, I love it.
So this is actually on Fresno Bee. You can vote there if you have a subscription. So this is the top restaurants that they say are the most underrated. And I want to ask you guys, have you been to any of these? So these are the names. I'll go through them really quick. Bullseye.
No.
I've been to Bullseye. I like
Have you?
Bullseye. Yeah,
Do you?
yeah.
Is it
Oh, yeah.
good?
Bullseye is good.
It's an Asian
Yeah,
fusion.
it's actually it's owned
Asian
by
fusion restaurant,
It's
it says.
Hmong. They make these bowls like of Hmong. It's like rice and noodles and like
Where
spicy.
it says they're Minnewawa Avenue, Bullard and Minnewawa in
Yeah,
Clovis.
it's been there
Okay.
forever. It's in this little like strip mall by the gas station.
Wow.
and by Thai Chili. It's awesome. They also have they always have a truck for years at the Clovis Farmers Market. It's really good. So Bullseye, I fully agree. I love Bullseye,
Okay.
but I've never heard of Dervo's Deli and Grill.
Oh wow.
Dervo's. It's a former Deli Delicious.
Okay.
So essentially, I think whoever was a franchiser of Deli
Probably
Delicious,
changed it.
Tired of
they
paying.
changed it and they created an expanded menu. It's on
Nice.
Shaw across from Fresno State.
Good location.
Interesting name though, Dervo's. I don't know.
Yeah.
Libalula. This is a restaurant with creative farm-to-table vibe, which is right next to the Crest Theater in
Ooh,
downtown.
Interesting.
Wow, that is downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. It's called My Guy Market, a virtual
My
bodega
Guy.
on Belmont Avenue doing to-go orders only, and they specialize in New York-style
Ooh.
chopped cheese.
Wow. Interesting.
My Guy Market, a
My
virtual
Guy.
bodega.
It's a bodega.
Nothing like
A
my
bodega is the thing.
guy.
A bodega is a corner store. So I don't know what they mean by a virtual bodega.
Kind of threw me off.
Maybe you buy things. It's very strange.
Buy things online, or I mean,
House
like
sells.
mobile ordering or something.
And then they have Sizzle and Steam, a Vietnamese street food restaurant in the former Pho Fresno spot at Maroa and Shields.
Wow.
Have you guys been to any of these?
No.
No. I know Bullseye and I love Bullseye, so that's my
Really?
pick because I don't know the rest. So, anyways, if anybody's been to these, comment, let us know which is your favorite, or if you have another option, post it in the Discord. Post it on whatever you're listening to, the Instagram, the Facebook. Post on there on Twitter. Tag us.
Yeah,
I'd like to know what
for
you guys
sure.
think. It's really interesting.
Now, have you guys ever? You guys have had? Well, you said pho, but it's pho, right? It's
Pho.
called
Yeah, like pho. Yeah.
Do you guys have had it?
I'm a big fan of pho.
I've never
never had
tried
pho?
it. Never
Oh,
tried
change
it.
your life. You
I
gotta
need
have
you
it.
guys to take me out one time.
Let's do it.
We need to go out and have it, and we'll need to do
Pho
it.
and rolls, man. Let's do it.
All right. All
right.
right. We'll schedule a time, and and we'll do a live. I want to do a live tasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna do another restaurant episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm actually excited about this.
But wait, is this place? Do I need a certain type of special vest?
Bib, you need a bib, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it gets
I need
messy.
body armor.
Yes. No, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. There's a great one here in Clovis that we can go to called Forever.
Yeah.
Really good.
Ooh, okay.
Quality stuff. Yeah, we'll go there.
And I'll let you. As long as it's not. I mean, I'll let you. Not like too crazy.
Do you like pork intestines? Just kidding. That's not
What?
fair.
I'm like, what?
No. This is really good. What they do is you like beef. You eat beef.
Well, chorizo is pork intestines.
It actually
essentially,
is,
right?
yeah. It's,
Yeah, I like chorizo.
But do you like classic pho is really thinly sliced, like raw beef.
It's about the noodle, right? Not necessarily.
Well, it's part of it, but
And everything else you
really
put into
classic pho, it's super hot broth, and they give you very thinly sliced raw beef.
Okay.
And when you put it in, it cooks like instantaneously in the soup, so it just gives you
Ooh.
this incredible. It's awesome. So
Okay.
we'll do that.
All right. Yeah, we'll schedule a time.
Okay, so comment, tell us. I've never been to these restaurants, but I thought pretty interesting. A couple of these sound really good. Dervo's, I'm interested in trying this My Guy Market and seeing what the heck that is. And Sizzle and Steam. Hey, maybe we try Sizzle and Steam and we all go there together.
Ooh, that would be a good one too.
So we know new restaurants that are underrated. Is there particular places we should not eat?
Yeah, this is a little restaurant which I like to call. This is a segment I like to call. Don't eat here.
Because it sucks.
So
Tetanus.
Fresno's restaurant inspection report has come out. You can actually get the whole link. You can go to FresnoHealthInspections.org and get the whole thing. But a couple of restaurants that have shut down, and this is one you're going to want to avoid. The Taqueria Orozco off of Butler Avenue.
Was that the one we ate at before?
No, thank goodness, no.
No.
You're going to want to... Actually, this is actually just a food truck, so that's not a bad. They just didn't have a permit. But the one you don't want to go to is Los Tapatios off Cedar Avenue in Fresno. They got shut down because their bathrooms didn't work. They didn't have working sinks, and they have a cockroach infestation.
Oh, not good. Not good.
So you're gonna want to.
Oh no! Don't tell me. I saw another one.
There
on
was a
there.
McDonald's on there.
Okay.
That was just a permit, though, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, because I was gonna say that's the one by my house, and I'm like, we usually go there.
Yeah.
At that McDonald's.
So
They never get your order right. Is that a McDonald's thing, or is that just that
That's McDonald's. That's a McDonald's
That's,
thing. man.
that's part of their
Never.
slogan.
They used
Right.
to always do it though. They
Never
used
get
to
your order
always
right.
get it right. You know.
Yeah. Which McDonald's is that?
Now they charge you $30
The one on
for
Ingram.
someone else's food. And you go,
Is that the one right there? Should we take a look at it?
Take a look. What does it say? You just said
let's
that's a
see.
permit.
Yes, it's a
Fire
facility fire and
suppression,
suppression system.
Oh,
It's not a
okay,
big deal.
okay.
What about Christie's Donuts, a black one? What is
Let's
that?
take it. Let's take a look at Fresno Health Inspections. How do you spell Christie's Donuts?
I don't know.
Christie, is it with a Crist?
We were just on it. I don't know.
Or is it a K?
Or CA. I don't know.
Did it show it up there on the map?
Yeah, but he's going so.
Oh, it was on the map.
It's hurting my head. Yes.
It was on the map you had. Where's that map
There we
at?
go.
Pull that
Okay.
map back up.
There you go. Right there. Black. It's in black.
What does that say?
A reason for closure: ventilation hood not working, fire prevention
Oh, okay.
facility not occupied, grease accumulation on the attic next to water heater, and it was leaking into the light fixtures. Yummy,
Yuck.
delicious.
Yeah, not good.
All
No.
right, so let's go back to your search.
No
Let's go
good.
in a place that we know how to spell. And
Yeah.
we can actually
What do you
pull up
guys
the actual
like?
report.
What do you like?
Do 777 FA.
7?
No, it's just the numbers. 7
777
POH.
FA.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
Uh-oh.
a search.
Let's see.
Searching.
Searching.
No data.
Searching. Oh, no data.
Are you sure it's what it's called?
Is that even a business?
Let's see. Is that even a business?
Are we looking for?
Food? This is interesting. I wonder what their actual.
Oh, they might be under a different name. You sure it's not like 7 spelled out and then 77 number?
I think so.
Interesting.
Where are they located?
By my house.
Do you have an address?
Do me an ads. Try
There you
that.
go.
Oh my God!
E-
Are you just looking up random businesses?
And Eds.
Yeah, just to try to see if the search engine, what the algorithm's like.
Let's see.
Searching. Thank you, computer.
Yeah.
No data return.
Oh
So
my
they're
God.
Fresno's
the search
freaking.
engine's
They're not
worthless.
a good freaking website. Classic. Okay, so anyways, those are places you want to eat and don't want to eat. But honestly, though, besides that, guys,
That's it.
we're out of time.
That is all.
Out of time.
Out of time.
Out of time. Well, guys, thank you for listening. I got a
Yes.
couple of things, important things. Number one, go to nofocusradio.com. Check out the Discord server. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Also, check out some other shows. Check out the Doorman's podcast, part of the
Doorman.
Intermission.
Yeah.
There's
all
a
your
link.
podcasting apps.
That's right. All the apps.
Oh.
Check out. There's a link right there on in our
Go
show
to the
notes.
website.
Yeah.
What's the website?
Nofocusradio.com.
Nofocusradio.com.
And there's a link to subscribe to all the shows. So check it out. Very easy to
God,
very
my wife's
easy
at
to
Walmart.
subscribe.
Why is she at Walmart?
And
Oh.
listen, folks out there,
Yeah.
instead of I know there's like millions of people right now crying because the show is over, but it is not, because you guys can go on our social media
Right.
and
Continue
interact
the
with
party.
us.
Yeah, we're
Continue
still
the party.
there.
We're still there until
like
our next
that.
episode.
That's right. And you can join us on our Discord. Just keep it going. We're there.
Yeah.
We like talking. We like chatting. Tell us what you think. If you disagree with us, then shoot me a message. If you're like, Max, you're
Don't
so
shoot it.
wrong.
Just type it out.
But even if you want to shoot it, say, Max, you're so wrong. I'd like to debate with you on the show. Then come on and debate. Bring it on. But just make sure you tell all your friends.
If you're Manchester Mall and want to talk about what your plans are, contact us.
That's right.
Yeah.
July 8th. Go to Shaver Lake Brewfest.com. Shaver Lake Brewfest.com. You know who's going to be there? The No Focus
Live.
crew.
Live and in person.
That's right. ShaverLakeBrewfest.com. It takes you directly to a
Come
page
check
right
out
now.
Don Schlick's polls.
You can buy your tickets. Also, if you see this beautiful logo, you know who did that?
Who?
Me. So check it out.
Mac, I'll tell you, Johnny Knobs doesn't just control the volume. He also controls the marketing.
The marketing. ShaverLakeBrewfest.com. Check it out. NoFocusRadio.com. Megabus.com.
All right, guys.
You're going to go to Megabus.com.
Greyhound.com.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you
talk
guys
to
so much for listening.
soon.
We do appreciate you.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.